man.
Hey, no, respectable man.
Hey.
This shit be coming.
He gonna do his research for you, man. For sure.
Now, make sure you tap into Respectable Rants. That's where we getting this content from, or a piece of it anyway. And yeah, man, it's looking like we have some updates going on in the Young and Hefe case. They're saying that Young and Hefe's Young and Hefe's victim was allegedly on Yistel Yeth. But before we get into that, let's tap y'all in real quick. For those of y'all who don't know, Young and Hefe is a No Jumper host. This No Jumper host right here, as a matter of fact. And Young and Hefe is currently incarcerated in the Los Angeles County Jail for an alleged 187, man. So we finna slide right into this content. Without no further do's or don'ts, man. Let's get y'all a quick little recap of what got us to this point, and that is.
Sure.
What's the good old big deal with the good old people? It's your boy Young and Hefe, don't care about number what the check say.
To my big bro, Young and Hefe, don't give a number what the check say. And look, my brother's innocent. Normally, I want that to hurt me, I know for sure. Keyway, could be home.
This young Ant, this my little homie from the north. This Monster Cody baby. This is baby. We from the north. You feel me?
Young and, there you go. It's your boy Young and Hefe, don't care about number what the check say.
Detectives right now looking into the apparent beating death of a man, and enabled security video can help track those suspects down.
Ant Hefe, the rapper and co-host of the No Jumper podcast, has been arrested for murder. Law enforcement sources have told TMZ that Ant Hefe was busted by LAPD's elite robbery homicide division and booked for felony.
In today's video, we're going to be talking about young Ant Hefe from 8 Trey Gangsta Crip. And we're going to break down the murder case that he was just recently arrested for. We're going to break down everything from his co-defendant, the victim, to how it happened and where it happened. But let's dive right into it. Now, young Ant, like we said, would be from 8 Trey Gangsta, and he would be from the north side. And young Ant would be the 5th Ant dog. So how the generations would go for the 8 Trey Gangstas, it would be big, little, baby, tiny, then young. While some other gangs would call that infant. And both of young Ant's little brothers would be under him, with NBA 1 and NBA 2 being his little brothers. And on May 19th of 2026, a few news articles like No Jumper, TMZ, and E! News would cover that young Ant was arrested for a murder. And they would say that young Ant, whose real name is Maurice Shellman, and another man named Johnny Gray, was charged with the murder of somebody named Carl Welch. And this right here would be Johnny Gray, aka young Ant's co-defendant. And Carl Welch, who was 51 years old at the time of his death, was killed in a parking lot by blunt force trauma. And he passed away January 31st of 2026, months before young Ant was arrested. And this right here would be Carl Welch, and he went by Lil Lowdown, and he was also from 8 Trey Gangsta Crip. And this situation happened on the 6900 block of Western Ave. And on that day of January 31st of 2026, officers responded to the location for an assault with a deadly weapon call. And when they arrived, they were directed straight to the victim, who had sustained injuries. And a witness who was there told officers that a suspect armed with a knife and other individuals in a group had caused the victim's injuries. LA Fire Department responded and pronounced the victim dead at the scene, and they would say it was unknown if the incident was gang-related. But like we said, young Ant would be from the north side of 8 Trey. And the murder happened on the 6900 block of Western Ave. But shortly after Lil Lowdown's death, another OG from 8 Trey would post this, and he would say, "So Lil Lowdown's still unalive, huh? No candlelights, no funeral service to donate to, no victim of crime resources provided to his family, no concern whatsoever. Oh, and no smut on him. He did not deserve that fate. Neither did the 4 others who trusted you since I've been back. 10 years. The handlers list is busy. I don't trust you, and you, her, him, and them. Let's get it on. Let's get ready to rumble. Let's go March Madness. R.I.P. Lil Lowdown."
Now, that is coming from somebody who's clearly of the community, who's heartbroken, who's hurt, as they've lost their constituent, man. You don't want to see people go through these things. You don't want to see people, have any type of issues. And it's a lot of pain involved in this situation, as there has been somebody who's lost their life. Now, there's a lot of people from Young and Hefe's community who's come out who said this, who said that. I'm not going to get into that because that's not my business, not my place. But what I will say is this, man. When it comes to a situation where you have somebody losing their life in such a gruesome fashion, this is going to be something that's going to be on top of pop culture. This is going to be something on top of celebrity news. It's going to be something on top of, what's going on in the culture, especially as new developments continue to become unleashed, become available to the public. Now, with that all being said, a lot of things have been said about this man as time and time again has come and gone, where we see the situation unfold and we get more information given to us. So with that all being said, let's take it to TMZ for the latest update and the latest report. Now, as we take it to TMZ, it says No Jumper co-host Aunt Hefe alleged unalignment victim high on Yeth during fatal parking lot fight. The man who No Jumper co-host, young Ant allegedly unalive was high on Yeth during the 10v1 street fight that ended his life, TMZ has learned. 10v1 is crazy. TMZ has obtained the medical examiner report for Carl Welch, and it says toxicology results show that he was high on Yeth and had recently done Yoyane when he had passed away. However, the ME says the drugs did not cause his unalivement. The ME, the medical examiner, says that he unalived due to blunt force trauma to his head. So for those of y'all saying that, well, he was on Yugs and he was on Yeth and he was on Yoyane and all that kind of stuff and that could have did it, they're telling you that it didn't. They're telling you very clear that the cause of unalignment was not. The cause of unalignment was not due to the one-two step like Sierra. You see it says the drugs did not cause the The MB said that the was due to blunt force trauma to the head. So with that all being said, for those of y'all conspiracy theorists, for those of y'all who don't like to listen, for those of y'all who are just too slow to keep up for the rest of the class, do not jump in my comments or in the comments or in the chat saying, oh well it could have been because of this, or it could have been because of that. They're telling you what it's because of. You don't have to wonder, you don't have to guess. It says that he didn't the did not cause Carl Welch's unalignment. Instead, they said that he unalive due to blunt force trauma to the head. That's real quick and decided. You ain't even got to worry about it. Investigators say Carl Welch was attacked by Ant and 9 others on January 31st in a parking lot. The prosecutors charged Ant and a man named Johnny Gray with Carl's unalignment. Video footage shows Carl being kicked and punched and stumped on. The report said that Carl had blunt traumatic injuries significantly involving the head into the neck. The other injuries include abrasions to the face and the head, lacerations to the upper left eyelid, forehead, contusions, and various other serious injuries. LAPD Robbery Homicide Division investigated the fatal brawl before Ant was arrested and charged. Adam 22, who is a co-host, previously told TMZ Ant has been a great podcaster for the last year or so, and as far as I knew, he wasn't like that in the streets anymore. This is all a huge shock. So this is coming out of TMZ, man. Let me see if there's anything else we got in here. No, that's it, man. So this is coming out of TMZ, but they are saying that the man who young Aunt Hefe had a scuffly-wuffly with, his issue with, Carl Welch, yeah, man, they said that he lost it to Yeth. So with that all being said, we finna get up out here to the next one, man. Red dot to the left, you know the rest. Say a prayer and be blessed. We gone.